Hello, my name's Mark. Welcome to Living La Dolce Vita.
Well, hello everybody, good morning. So you find us back in the box room, ready to start the next bit of work on it. A bit cloudy out there today, so I thought I'd crack on with the bedroom instead, not the allotment. So today's project is to seal the plasterwork with some, what they call it, PVA glue. Anyway, so this is the PVA glue I'm doing. It says there, dilution up to 1, so okay, I don't know if you can see there. PVA glue, dilution up to 5.1. So, on this instructions for sealing and stuff like that, sealing porous surfaces, it recommends 5 to 1 mix. So this is, it was 3/4 full. So I've used the whole lot in this because it's getting all stock now and just wanted to use it up. And I had a little bit in another bottle as well, so just using some materials up. Strangely, on the other container it says 4 to 1, but there we are. Now, I haven't done it 5 to 1 or even 4 to 1, but it's more like 3 to 1. I'm hoping that this is enough to do the sealing and the walls. Should be. If not, I'll just buy some more glue. I'm not too worried. Just keep this. So that's ready to go. Anyway, so probably do it on time lapse. Actually no, I think I'll show you a little bit of it going on, and then on the surface, and then I'll put it onto time lapse for you. I've cleaned the floor as best I can. Yeah, I'm sure if there's little nibs on the walls or the ceilings, they'll show up as I'm going along, and I'll just scrape them off. Yeah, I think I'll do for now. Right, see you in a bit. I bought, for the purpose, I bought some new gloves. They're not waterproof or anything, it's just a bit of grip on them and protect my hands a bit. And I bought a new roller as well. So, right, so I think I'll do around the window first. See what sort of coverage this gives us. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. well. I've got more than enough material to do the rest of it. It's going a long way. Anyway, I might just put a second coat on once it's all dry, just to make doubly sure. Yeah. Now I can already see a problem arising where, when it comes to the ceiling, it'll be dripping everywhere, so not quite sure how to get around that, but anyway. I shall put on time lapse now for the rest of the journey. See you in a bit. Okay everybody, welcome back. So that's all that done, and I've got quite a bit of material left, which I mean, I'm not too worried about. What I may do is later on I may just go over the walls and give it another coat. Now it looks like I've missed places, but it's just the absorption rate in different patches. But yeah, another coat will make all that disappear probably, but it's all been covered. I don't know if you look at an angle, you can see the shine on it, which is obviously, I mean, that looks like it hasn't taken anything, but it has. Oh, anyway, so the strategy I found for not having so many drips was to load up the roller first, obviously squeeze it as best I can out on the side of the bucket, and then do some of the walls first to use up the bulk of the material, and then move to the ceiling. And that seems to have worked quite well. So yeah, so if you're doing it yourself, that may be a way of doing it, unless of course you're not bothered about splashes on the floor. You know, if you're doing a new build or whatever. Well, I mean, yes, I could cover the floor, but yeah, the plaster has already ruined the floor for me anyway, as you can see. I was a bit disappointed, I got to be honest. I thought he'd put some covering down, but there we are. If I'd have known, I'd have given him some floor covering, but by the time I realised it was too late. I could probably wash it, but the problem is with this, it's like chipboard. If you start getting it too wet all the time, it starts lifting the grain up, and you know, it starts swelling up, and you don't want that. Especially as I want to put, I'm probably going to put laminate floor down in here. Right, so next thing I'm going to do, apart from have a cup of coffee, is I'm going to mix up a bit of filler, and I'm going to start filling these holes here, and then getting the scraper on, get this loose material off as best I can. Yeah, and then I've bought some gas for my gas burner, which I need to find in the garage, amongst all the clutter, and I'm going to start getting all this old paint off, ready for the new architrave that I bought. I haven't bought skirting boards yet, I'm not in a particular rush, but yeah, what I may do is, well, yeah, I'll buy the skirting board, of course. Probably cut it to length ready. And then I want to I think I'll put the laminate floor down then, you know, just to fit under, and then put some sort of spacer between the floor and the skirting board, so I got a bit of a gap. Yeah, it only has to be something like a credit card, the thickness of a credit card around. That'll give me scope then for painting the skirting boards in the future, if I need to. Now, yes, I could put the skirting boards up and then paint them before I put the laminate floor down. But if I put the floor down first, you know, when I cut it, it'll obviously be slightly short of the walls to allow for expansion. It'll be easier for me to get to lay it down as well. Right, so I'll be back with you shortly with some filler, a bit more time lapse, and I think that'll be it for this job for today, because I need to let it all dry off, and then I can make a start of cutting the holes ready for the electrics, and also I'll see if I can find some emulsion paint to use up. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, I've been overly fussy, but I've got the materials, I just want to use it up. So I'll go over this and scrape all this loose material off eventually. Now then, what I've discovered when filling, a lot of people when they fill, they fill it proud and then they sand it back. Well, of course that creates a lot of dust then when you sand it back. So what I tend to do is, especially with these blind holes, well, it doesn't, any hole really, you try and get force as much in as you can, and scrape it level, and then just go around doing all the holes, whatever, as much as you can. And then when you come back, you discover that the walls or the bricks or whatever are drawn out the moisture to a certain extent in the filler, and it sort of sucks it in a bit, and so you've got a bit of a concave depression in the filler that you've put in previously. And already, you know, I've only just done this, so I can see it's slightly hollow. So all I need to do now is go back over it, and then and that should then fill it level. May have to do it a third time, but once it's dry, obviously. Let me just check this one. But I'm not too worried about this wall because I think I'm going to put the polystyrene insulation sheet on this. You know, it's about, what was it, 5mm thick. So I may put it back on this wall. So, to be honest, I didn't really need to do all this, but I've just got the material anyway. So all that will disappear. So I'm being overly fussy, of course. Right, have I missed anywhere? Down there. Up there. I didn't film it, but I've put a second coat on the walls now. I haven't bothered with the ceiling. I think it should be okay. So the walls have got 2 coats of the PVA glue, water mix. That will should then seal it enough for me to put when I put the emulsion on, that it won't use up so much emulsion to to seal it. Okay, just a quick update. So I started burning off the paint, coming off, not too bad. A bit of trace. The sander will take the remains of this off. Yeah, so it's coming off too bad. Right, okay, so I'm not going to bore you with endless filming of me, this laborious job of stripping the paint back. I know I could just key it up and just gloss over it, but I thought, oh, I'll just get a nice, as I'm doing the room out, I might as well back to the bare wood, get it nice and clean. Start again, as I say. Right, that'll do. Bye for now.